Alright guys, today we're looking at a game on the Nintendo Switch called HyperJam. And this game actually has been out on the PC for a while. It actually missed me. I didn't actually realize it came out. I saw it come out on the Nintendo Switch, and obviously you guys know here on this channel we're really big fans of local multiplayer games on the Nintendo Switch. We've done, top 20 in the last 2 years. We'll be doing another one at the end of 2020 where we do a top 20 local multiplayer games on the Switch. I love playing with friends and stuff, and as soon as this game came out on the Switch and I started reading the description, and I was like, huh, this looks interesting. I saw the trailer. I was like, oh, I have to try this out. So I tried it out. I played it with my wife. We played it together, and also I played against the AI. We did some multiplayer matches and stuff. So let's find out what I think.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a recce is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, here we are with HyperJam. So this is a game on the Nintendo Switch that actually just came out a little while ago. It's actually been on PC for a while, but it actually missed my radar. I didn't play it on the PC. I saw the description when it came out on Switch, and I immediately knew I had to jump in because, as you guys know, we're a really big fan of local multiplayer. We've done some really good local multiplayer games on the Nintendo Switch videos in the past, and people seem to like those. And this one here came out obviously here shortly, and I immediately wanted to dive in and see how good this one held up. So let me show you a little bit of how the game works. So you can see here we do have local versus, so you can play local matches against your friends, up to 4 people of course, and you can even add bots in the game, which is nice. You could even go online multiplayer, and this game has cross-platform with all the consoles, so it has it with PC and Xbox, all the platforms that it's on, and PS4. You can cross-play and play with everyone, which is nice. And then options in the tutorial. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into local versus. We'll play against the AI, of course. So there's a few different characters that you can play as here. I'm going to be choosing Nightmare. And something else you can do as well is if you press the Y button here, which took me a while to figure out actually, because I didn't realize that you can actually just press Y because it doesn't actually dictate anything to you. But if you press Y out here, you can actually go through your skins and set the skin for your actual character, and you can even set some of the taunts that he has that you can use in the middle of the match, and you unlock these just by playing the game. Here you can choose the modes that they have. So the modes that we have in the game is, of course, we have Brawl, the classic free-for-all deathmatch, Elimination, where you team up, Loadout, you pick perks, and we'll see perks here in a minute, and then you brawl it out afterwards once you actually pick up your perks in the order that you want. Or Takedown, you just stay alive. You have to basically stay, it's 2v2, and if you're alive and your opponent dies, you have to stay alive for 10 seconds, or they have to kill you in 10 seconds before your opponent respawns. So we're just going to do the classic Brawl. We're going to add 3 other bots. We're going to put them on medium. And these are the maps that there. I believe there's 7 in here. There's the Subway, Hotel, Overpass, Assembly, Jungle, and the Skyline. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, actually. 6. So let's just start off with, we'll start at the Subway, which is what the game starts with here. So we'll do that. So I love the graphic art style in this game. So you can see here I'm on the top right, Carlos there on the top. And this is a brawler, so you have to go around. You have a hyper speed that you can use. I just got a crossbow, but I also got killed by my opponent there. This guy's coming around the corner. Oh, almost got him too. He almost got me with that grenade there. Alright, we got him. I'm way under health though. Oh, this is my favorite weapon in the game, is the, is the katana. So there's a bunch of different weapons that you're picking up all on the floor. Obviously you get points based on the damage you've done and who you killed. And this is what sets the game apart. So this is the perk system. So every time that the round ends, you basically get to pick a perk. And it could be regenerating health faster, it can knock out strength, it could freeze an opponent. And based on how good you're doing, you obviously pick first, second, or third, or fourth. So I picked second because I'm in second place, and so on and so forth. And what's cool is that they actually stack. So if I pick the exact same perk again next round, and it ends up coming to me, then that means that I'll actually have that, the perk system will get lower. So if it was every 5 seconds, it might be every 4.5 seconds, for example. Oh, I got a double kill on both of those. That was a nice one. Here's the katana I was talking about. Katana slash and gash. Love that thing. So I was able to win that round. So that's going to put me in first. So I'm obviously not going to pick last when it comes to perks. Because I'm in last. So you'll see all the perks come up. The computer's picking their perks. And they do whatever they want. And of course he's probably going to take... Oh no, he actually didn't take it. So boost damage by 40%. So, and it tells you the current perks. And you'll see that they'll stack up depending on how many... If you choose the same one again. So that's a really innovative thing that I really like about this. Is the perk system. I really like that your abilities change as the match progresses. This guy has a hammer over there. Don't want to be next to him. But they both have hammers. And what's cool is if you hold this down and you get a super power, like you can just press this and shoot, and you can also just punch with your hands as well. Now we're both going with it. Let's go. You can also just punch with your hands too if you don't have any weapons. But what's cool is with the weapons, most of them, if you hold them down, they usually give you, and you hold them down completely, like for like 3 or 4 seconds, the ability actually becomes stronger. So for example, there's a rocket launcher in the game. If you shoot it, it goes in the direction of where you're at, you know, the direction you're shooting at, of course. And here's my perk, Regenerate Health. Now you see it's going to 3 HP instead of 1.5, because now it's on level 2. But yeah, like some of the weapons, when you actually shoot them and you hold them, they actually give you a boost. So the rocket launcher, if you hold it down completely, let's see if we can do it here. This is the rocket launcher right here. See, if I shoot this, so we'll just go in the direction that I'm saying. But if I shoot this and hold it, this will now go around walls, and I just got killed by the train because the environment is interactive and I wasn't paying attention. But it will actually follow them in a missile-like form. And here's another cool thing. When you're dead here, see how my thing is moving around? I can actually aim and try to kill them. And the opponent is now taking their shot. You go one at a time. There's one person moving. And now it's back to me. And I can actually... see, I just took almost all our health away. So you're still interacting with the world even when you're dead. So the computer's actually trying to go for him. So he missed. So now it's a sudden death. I'm going to shoot this right at the PC. And she died. So there's a lot of interesting mechanics that are in the game. The whole, like, that happening when you die, that you're still interacting and stuff is just really cool. This perk system that's going on that you get to do, and there's some interesting perks in here. I believe there's 20 different ones, if I'm not mistaken. And like I said, holding the weapons down and having them do something different, like the rocket launcher being a CI all missile, basically, that will follow you even around walls, which is really cool, which I'll do here again. So this is a regular shot. It went straight. Now I'm holding it, and I'm going to shoot it this way, and hold on, mess that up. Get that one off of it. Oh, that was one of my bullets. So yeah, it will become like a missile that tries to follow. And I'm increasing my health here. Oh, that she just got health. Oh, sudden death. Yeah, health though. Got killed. I did get a few points. And I also like that you get points for damage too, because sometimes you do a lot of damage to an opponent in these games and you don't actually end up doing the final blow and you get no points. So it's cool that this one does. Kills is worth 100 points, but also if you get any damage at all, it will actually also give you points, which is cool, because I don't think I've seen any of the other games that are like this, like Towerfall and such, do it this way. So I like that. And the controls feel really solid. Really easy. This hyper dash thing is awesome. There's a perk for the hyper dash too that lets you hyper dash faster. And also, like I said, I like that the environments are interactive. Every environment does something. So if you were to fall and push someone over there, the train comes and will kill you. And all the environments are doing something. Getting close here at the end. I'll take my health up.
Get ready! Fight!
Ooh. The hammer, the more you hold it down, the more power it does. Ooh, double kill. That was a nice one. I'll take that. So you can see me and Benz are both tied. So now, even though we have the max amount of points, you don't just win, which is cool. You actually have to be the last one standing now. So you actually win by being the last person standing. So me and him are obviously at that stage. So if either one of us are the last one standing, then we automatically win. If we're not the last one standing, then of course we're not the excuse me, we're not the one that wins. And it pops up saying survive to win. Let's see how we do that. I need to take out man. That's a nice hit. But even if I lose, he doesn't win. Kill him! There you go. I got knocked out, so we ain't winning this game. Two other PCs are duking it out. At least it wasn't banned, that one. We're about to all be tied, I think. Ooh, almost. Let's see if we can end this here.
Get ready! Fight!
This is a grenade launcher. This one's tricky because you actually have to aim where you think the person's gonna be. So obviously you don't know. Oh man, no! I just died. There's way too much going on right now. Oh, get it the hell. Oh, you bitch. Oof, I'll take it. Yeah, you can see here when the Sun of Death comes, the walls are starting to creep up on you and stuff. That was a CI missile, I'll take that. Come here. There we go. That was game. So you can see here, you know, it gives you a little bit. Oh, you just unlocked common taunt for them. Another common taunt there. So yeah, you level up and earn XP to unlock, like I said, those taunts and different skins and stuff, which is cool. And it's cool here. It tells you who killed you the most and killed by, and who you killed the most. So that's interesting way to do things at the end. So this is really cool. That is basically the gist of what the game is like. And an overview. Like I said, there's a lot of different options, a lot of different perks that you can mess with, and the game modes that are in here are cool because like the perks I was just talking about, this one lets you actually pick the perks up front, and those are the perks that you have throughout the entire match. So, and there's a lot of rules to edit too. If you go into here, you can change the game length, you can change, of course, the scoring mode, where teams are free for all. You could do team survive, win by 2, team damage. You can take different perks off if you want. You can even change it so you draft between rounds. You can do starting perks, how many perks a player should have before the match starts. All these different things you can change. And all these mutators too, no health packs, no sudden death, you know, insta-grab, slow to the ground, you know, a bunch of different perks that you can have here to even change up the gameplay even more. So that is basically a look of Hyper Dash on the Nintendo Switch. Let's go ahead and get to the table and we'll talk about what I actually think about this game and if it's worth your time.
Alright guys, so that was HyperJam on the Nintendo Switch. And I gotta be honest, this is one of my favorite local multiplayer games in a long time that have come out on the Nintendo Switch. You guys know on this channel we're big fans of local multiplayer. I love playing with 3 other friends. And this game hits all those marks, and it adds things that are still different to the genre of things that we haven't seen before. We've seen a lot of games like, you know, Towerfall and stuff like that are, you know, battle to the last minute. And Towerfall is still one of my all-time favorite games still to this day. and this one comes close. I still think I like Towerfall better, but this one sits right on top of it. Like if we want to have a local multiplayer night with friends over, Towerfall is going to be one of them. This is going to be one of them for sure, right alongside it. This one adds so many unique things that haven't been done in the genre before, like the whole perk system, being able to pick a perk that stacks on top of each other after every time you die, or you can even do it before the match even starts. Everyone sets their perks, and it's more strategic that way. There's you can do it that way too. The whole trying to kill each other while you're out of the game, so you're not completely out of it and just watching for no reason, actually gives you an incentive to do something, which is really cool. The weapons all are really good. Katana being my favorite weapon that's in there. I like the fact that if you hold it down while you're next to while you're holding your weapon, if you hold the trigger button down for 3 or 4 seconds, it makes the damage either more, like the hammer will hit for more damage if you hold it down that far, or other weapons like the rocket launcher and stuff like that will instead of just going in a straight line, kind of look for the enemy and go looking for them, which is really cool if you hold it down all the way. So a good variety there. The maps, there's only 6, which I wish there was a couple more, but what is here is really good. The graphics look awesome. I love the style of the music in this game, which is really, really awesome as well. And I like the fact that the environments are interactive. Like you can run into the train and stuff, and there's different things that happen to you in the environments depending on what the environment is, which is really nice. And combine that with the soundtrack, with the movement. I love the dashing and stuff that you can do, and I love that's one of the perks that can even be upgraded, so you can dash even faster and stuff. And when you get into the nitty gritty stuff, there's some really crazy strategic plays that you can make. Like for example, if somebody throws a grenade at you, if you time it perfectly where you dash or dash out of the way at the exact same time that grenade's coming on top of you, you can actually grab it and throw it back at them. Same thing with the other. There is a parry attack. There's a defend attack as well. So if someone's hitting you with a katana, you can defend yourself. And if you obviously time it perfectly. So there's a lot of strategic parts in the game. It's not just button mashing with the weapons that you have. There is obviously some element of like blocking and stuff, and you can grab stuff and throw it right back if you time it perfectly, which makes some crazy ass end one-on-one duels with the whole map collapsing on you with the sudden death mode. If that's happening and someone throws a grenade at you and you time it perfectly, you pick that thing up and throw it back up and kill them. And it just creates crazy moments in the game, which is what everyone lives for when they're watching games like this, is those crazy last second moments that you didn't see coming. And this game has it all over the place. And there's not really anything negative I have about this game, except hopefully they keep updating it. Hopefully the game sells well and they make even more things for it. There's nothing bad about it, but I'd love to see a couple more maps. I'd love to see a couple of more changes to the perks that you can do. Just add a couple more of those, just more of what's already there, basically, just to add even more variety and more fun. But regardless, this is an instant classic. This will definitely be on my top 20 Nintendo Switch local multiplayer games when I do one at the end of towards the end of 2020 for sure. This is an awesome game. They did a great job importing this over. No lag, no nothing. Everything runs great. So if you guys have any questions about anything you guys have seen here today, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.
Tech, Gaming Techie is the Gaming Tech, Gaming Techie, Gaming Tech. Eating brekkie is the Gaming Tech, going for a recce is the Gaming Tech, Gaming Techie is the Gaming Tech, Gaming Techie.